have to admit something. I have been spending quite a lot of time on TikTok lately. I don't know why. There's just something about the cooking videos over on TikTok that really capture my attention, especially the rich influencers who do cooking videos, because 2 and 2 equals 4, and there's something just not adding up. Like, I was watching this one woman who says that she makes everything homemade at home, but the recipes that she does throughout the day are really extensive, long recipes that you have to wait for the dough to form, this, that, and the third. So it's just like, Missy Ma'am is spending all day in the kitchen, is she? Anyways, one of the rich cook influencers popped up on my feed by Lex Della Rosa. One thing that caught my attention about Lex's channel is that her eyes are closed in a majority of the videos that she uploads, and I don't know how she is seeing what the hell she's doing, but y'all, Missy Ma'am is living her life like a Disney princess, and there's this one video I want to talk about, and that's this one right now that we're watching. So let's watch it, and I'll talk.
I was out of town for a few days and I got home late last night, and when I saw my boys this morning, the first thing they asked for were strawberry scones with a lemon drizzle. So of course I got started making them right away.
Y'all, one thing I noticed as well about this channel is she talks very lightly throughout all of her videos, and she would quite literally be whispering secrets or talking shit about her audience, and we still wouldn't be able to hear her. Quite literally, all I hear is, hello. So today we're...
Mixed together all my dry ingredients, cut in my butter before going out to harvest my strawberries. These were perfectly ripe. I can't believe I actually grew these here. So
Now, I'm not saying that she's not a 10 out of 10 gardener, and I'm not saying it's not possible to grow strawberries at home. It obviously is, but the thing about it is that I currently have a garden, and I grow strawberries, and this ain't how you grow them. Now, this is actually how strawberries grow. So unless she has a plant like this that she like carried around the yard and some just so happen to fall. But if they just so happen to fall, they wouldn't be buried in the dirt. I literally feel like Missy Ma'am went grocery shopping, got a thing of organic strawberries. They have to be organic. And then went home and buried them in the dirt and said, oh my God, I can't believe I grew these.
Grabbed those and then got some milk and eggs for my chickens.
When she said she went and got some milk and eggs from her chicken, I was like, okay, the eggs, but the milk? I didn't know chickens produced the milk, and let's find out. Now, when she said she was going to get eggs and milk from her chicken, I was like, hold the front fucking door, because you don't get milk from a chicken. But then I started questioning myself, and I was like, maybe chickens do produce milk and I'm just dumb as shit and didn't get a proper education. But I went to old trusted Google and I asked Google if chickens produce milk, and indeed they do not. So when I seen this, I understand there was a jump cut, but y'all have to understand, I was questioning this. The wheels of my brains were turning. It was crazy.
Then I diced up my strawberries, added those to my bowl, added a bit of lemon zest. Did you guys know I'm proficient at juggling?
I'm actually thoroughly convinced that a majority of fact checking that I do in my adulthood life, I do it on Google. A majority of my new knowledge comes from Google. But she said, okay, Google said that juggling 2 balls isn't technically considered juggling, but it's how you learn to juggle. So she said she's proficient at juggling, but she's not actually juggling. She's just learning, doing the basic steps of learning how to juggle. So I guess what she was trying to say is she's proficient in the learning of juggling.
Added my chicken milk and eggs, thoroughly combined everything, then formed it into a little disc on some parchment paper before cutting it into 8 little triangles. Added a bit of egg wash for some shine.
I am not making fun of her, okay? So don't come for me, but it's just something about the way she said shine. Added a bit of egg wash for some shine. She's like, I like my scones to shine.
Then got started on my glaze, which was just powdered sugar, lemon juice, and some homemade vanilla extract.
Yo, it's something about the rich people of TikTok that do all these cooking videos, because they're always like, I'm making this homemade meal with my homemade ingredients and my homemade vanilla extract and my homemade eggs and my homemade chicken milk and my homemade lettuce and my homegrown strawberries that I definitely did not buy organically from the grocery store.
I personally love a dollop of whipped cream on a scone. Whipped cream on anything is good, so I whipped up some of that by hand.
She's like, I enjoy a dollop, just a dollop, not a spoonful. It has to be just a dollop of Cool Whip, but it has to be homemade. So of course I whipped that up by hand with my homemade chicken milk and my homemade ingredients. Now, I have a question, and y'all feel free to chime in and answer this because I'm dying to know. Do these children get breakfast at breakfast time when they take the time to make these homemade cereals and scones, or do they eat their breakfast around lunchtime or possibly brunch time? Now, I am a fresh breakfast type of girly in the morning, but the thing about it is the breakfast that I usually cook are just like eggs with like some bacon and like some toast with avocado on it, sliced up tomato. So I don't know, just I feel like if I was going to take the time to make homemade breakfast cereal, I'd do that the night prior. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just get some coffee, then eat that homemade breakfast cereal and not spend 3 hours making that homemade breakfast cereal. Just a thought. Y'all, I'm going to be reacting to the girly I'm talking about who made that homemade breakfast cereal in the next video. But I just wanted to bring that up now. And then she said that she had leftovers the next day for breakfast, and it was quite literally just like 6 little balls of homemade Cocoa Puffs.
Plated the goods, added a bit of embellishment, and then had a little taste test, and these were delicious.
They look delicious. Why did she say it? Delicious. Let's get a taste test, and they taste delicious. I'm having too much fun watching these women cook meals. I really am, y'all. I feel like this is a new journey I've been on, and I've been on it for a couple of days now. And some of these women, they can really cook their asses off, y'all. Don't think I'm taking away from like the beauty of like their cooking. You know what I mean? Like, I think that these women do make some really incredible things. And I'm shocked literally at how well a lot of their recipes come out. They all come out looking literally incredible. And I'm not saying she didn't grow those strawberries at home, but I am doubting that she grew those strawberries at home because sure, the bush sometimes can overgrow and then they'll be laying in the dirt. Sometimes they'll fall off of the bush that they grow on and they will be laying in the dirt. I typically discard those strawberries. I typically put them in either a compost bin or I feed them to my friend's pet rat. But you guys, I'm just saying, I doubt that she grew those strawberries at home. And I just think it's crazy whenever, like, you are talented and you can cook certain recipes as easy as some of these women do, but they still feel the need to, like, lie a little bit, tell a little fib, just to make it look better or feel better about, oh, it's homemade, it's all, like, homegrown, like, fresh freaking ingredients straight out of my garden. And I just don't get why. You don't have to say all that. You can just say, like, oh, add strawberries. You don't have to show, like, where you got them. If you don't want to say you go to the grocery store to get them and want people to think you grow them at home, just, I don't know, get a real bush. I don't know. I have spent an awful amount of time in this video talking about those damn strawberries. Haven't I? Like, I'm sorry. There's this other video. My audio is already recording for a couple seconds. I was just zoning out. But there is this other video I want to, oh my god, if this traffic doesn't slow the hell down today, I am going to literally get my homemade eggs and throw it at their car. Just kidding, because that's a crime and we don't commit crimes or condone them over here on this channel. But let's dive into this next video because this is actually the video that really caught my attention where she got chicken milk.
Funny you should say that because I am in fact cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and that's exactly what my toddler requested for breakfast this morning. So that's exactly what we're making. I was all out of peanut butter.
Is closing your eyes during videos like a new aesthetic that people are doing and like I'm just totally out of the loop? Or is she just closing her eyes during the videos for no reason? Why is she closing her eyes?
Peanut butter, which is a key ingredient in this recipe, so I got started by making my own nut butter blend. I used cashews, almonds, and a bit of pistachio just to spice it up a bit. I added some coconut oil to this and the tiniest bit of honey to give it a little hint of sweetness. You really can't beat homemade nut butter. Once that was ready, I added what I needed to a separate bowl and added some maple syrup and whisked it together until it was nice and smooth. I added that to my other bowl.
Oh my gosh, you guys, my goodness gracious. I messed up. I said in my next video, I'm going to be reacting to the girl who made homemade Cocoa Puffs for her kids for breakfast and then said that they still have leftovers for tomorrow for breakfast. But the little jar she put them in only had like 6 giant Cocoa Puff balls. Are they getting 1 apiece? I don't know. Maybe 2 apiece. It's a good day. But this is actually the same woman that I guess I thought was a different woman. I told you I've been watching a lot of these. They're blending together.
My other ingredients, which was just almond flour and cocoa powder. The ingredients in this are so simple. I mixed it together thoroughly with my hands and then got started on making all the little balls for my Cocoa Puffs. I placed them all on a parchment lined sheet and then baked them at 320 for about 10 minutes. While those baked, I went to collect my milk for the cereal. This here is Greta. She's our milk chicken, our milkin, if you will. If you haven't tried chicken milk before, you are really missing out. It really elevates any recipe. At this point,
y'all, trolls are really taking over the internet. They really are. I just reacted to a stalker story yesterday on my channel and I was like, what the hell is going on? Just to go to her bio and see that she's like, yeah, I'm a troll. And I was like, shit. I am a really gullible person though, y'all. Like, it's insane. So usually when I see these trolls, I don't know that they're trolls until A, they say that they're trolls, or there's enough nonsense to where I'm like, all right, like, I get it.
At this point, our cereal was done baking, so I added my milk and then enjoyed a bowl along with the boys. It was so delicious, and we even have leftovers for tomorrow morning's breakfast.
Now, I think it was all of the above that got me for this video. I think it was a little bit of all of the above that really got me for this woman when it comes down to the videos that we just reacted to today. One, it was the strawberries in the ground that she said that she grew, which clearly she didn't grow in the ground like that. I don't know, they were probably, again, like I said, bought in the grocery store, but that's just allegedly. Then it was the chicken milk that she allegedly gets from her milker chicken, which doesn't exist. And now it's her saying that this tiny little cylinder of chocolate disc is enough for her 2 children and herself for breakfast tomorrow. That is probably at most a bowl and a half. Is everybody getting a half of a bowl? I don't know. Again, I have nothing against this woman. I just find this rich fluencer, if you want to call them that, these like rich fluencers who make these cooking videos, everything's homemade. They seem to have all the time in a day to make multiple homemade recipes, which that's something I necessarily don't understand how people have the time in the day for, even stay-at-home moms, because I was a stay-at-home mom, and it takes a lot of time to do these homemade recipes. And Missy, ma'am, I tried them before, and I cannot make everything homemade throughout the day, sadly, because I just don't have the time for it, but I make as much homemade stuff as I can. So I like watching these videos where they are like these homemade girlies, but then at the same time, it's like, I see the things in the cracks that I don't know other people necessarily see, such as the strawberries being just picked out of the dirt. I mean, I'm sure if you don't have a strawberry bush or never seen one or know how like they grow, that would get you, but y'all, it got me because I have a bush and that's just not how it's done. Again, I'm nitpicking at the strawberries. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this video, but I am planning on making another, like, Eugenia update because I've been seeing she's uploaded a lot. Like, I have missed a lot, you guys, but I do plan to look over some of that later, pick what I choose from the videos selected, because, again, I'm probably not going to react to everything. She's done a lot of makeup stuff, and I personally don't really care about that type of content, but with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want that Eugenia update, more content such as this, or if you guys want me to just keep broadening out and finding new people to introduce to this channel. I will do either one of them. Just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.